So, hello, everyone. Thank you. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé o, you are mighty. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé o, you are wonderful. Ṣebí wọ́n ló fojú ọ̀run ṣaṣọ bora. Ṣebí wọ́n ló fojú ọ̀run ṣaṣọ bora. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé o, you are wonderful. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé o, you are mighty. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé o, you are wonderful. Ṣebí wọ́n ló fojú ọ̀run ṣaṣọ bora. Ṣebí wọ́n ló fojú ọ̀run ṣaṣọ bora. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé o, you are wonderful. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you. It's another good day here. This is the Dark Squad family. We thank you for another day. We thank you for the good review, for the good comment, and anywhere we go to, we see our people. They always tell us, "Oh, you guys are not doing videos again." We just say, "Well, we're still coming with some good stuff, but we just want to thank you for the subscription, for sharing our stuff. We really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much." We have a topic that we want to talk about this evening. It's about, it's still based on relationship. We just want to talk about being an enabler to a very bad behavior. I'm talking about the recent incident that happened to a popular businessman in Nigeria and his wife that died during the course. I find it so pathetic and very disheartening because I think it relates to every one of us. We might not be in that situation now, but we're just trying to be like, okay, we should try as much as possible to prevent that kind of situation to happen to us. Because when you know your husband or your wife is doing something bad, try as much as you can to stop it. It is very important. Don't encourage bad things or just keep quiet. Don't just keep quiet. Say something, speak out. Because at the end of the day, it's going to fall back on you. You're going to face the consequence. You get what I'm saying? Because if you enable your husband or your wife to continue to do something bad, the end result will fall back on you, either positively or negatively. And you don't want that. In the case of this particular businessman, him and his wife, I think they got a lot of money. They kind of popular, one of those socialites in Lagos or whatever. But from what we read online and all that stuff, the wife carried rituals. They did rituals to make money, and the wife did the rituals on his behalf. And they are doing drugs too, because that's what the wife said. She said she carried ritual for her husband to make money. Why would you go to that extent to carry ritual, to do ritual for your husband, just because you're looking for money?
Okay.
That is really bad to me. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I just want to say, because when we talk about, let's take it from the aspect of love. Because some women, when they say they love, when you love a man and a man is trying to tell you things that is not good because you love that man. Example, let me cite an example. Okay, my husband told me, okay, we are wretched because we are so wretched, we have no money, so let's go and do some voodoo so that we can make money. But I will be the one to carry the sacrifice or anything. Okay, because I now love my husband, because I know we are going through a lot. So should I not now go because of what? Because I want the family to be rich.
Okay.
Should I now go and carry the sacrifice? Some women say, okay, because of love, because I love him so much. okay, because I love you. Okay, when they now tell you bring some part of your body, maybe they say you should cut your finger, one of your fingernails, and you give it out so that you can be rich. Does that even make sense? Because you love that guy. Does it make sense to go to that extent? To go to that extent to sacrifice part of your body because you want to make money?
It does not make sense. It does not make sense. It does not make one bit of a sense at all. Because I don't see any reason why you have to sacrifice your own life in a devilish way, in a negative way, for your partner to be successful. Number one, you have to think about this. Human beings are prone to change at any point in time. You can't trust anybody from Adam and Eve, both male and female. You cannot trust anybody. Time will come, season will come, tiredness will set in, love will depreciate. You know, you have to be very careful. You can't just put your life on the line in a negative way for your partner, because at the end of the day, it's going to fall back on you. It's 100% guarantee. It's going to fall back on you. It's either this way. When you finish doing that sacrifice and the guy or the woman makes it, he or she is going to neglect you. You're going to be a second fiddle to him or her. You're not going to be very important to that person anymore. You have done your part, but human beings are quick to forget things that you do for them.
Why should you even go to that extent?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said it's about some women do that, or some men do that because of love.
Because of love.
Because of love, they do it because of love.
But is it right?
It's not right. That's what we are saying. It's not right to do something negative because of love, which at the end of the day will fall back on you in a negative way. Look at the case of that lady. You did ritual, according to what we read. You did ritual for the guy to be rich. Even though she from what we read all through and some video that we saw, she was violent too. The man too was violent. So it was a toxic relationship. Very toxic. You understand? So the guy now has money. He now has money. Then he's not bothered about the woman or the kids anymore. You know, he's just enjoying himself outside, doing all kind of stuff from what we read, if it is true. So the basis for this video is like, okay, don't enable bad things from your husband or your wife. If you know your wife is somebody that fights all over the place, always backbiting, gossiping, try to stop that person. Try to stop that woman, because she's going to damage you. She's going to damage your name because she backbites, she gossip, she does voodoo. You know, at the end of the day, she's going to damage you. It's going to affect you, affect your family, affect your lineage, affect your finances. It's going to affect your morals. It's going to affect the way people see you, because people will look at you like, okay, you are the one encouraging her. Even though you might not be encouraging her, but for the fact that you kept quiet, people will see you like you are an enabler. You enable it. That's why she's still doing it. The same thing goes for a man too. If your man is doing drugs and you sit down there thinking, oh, he's going to change, one day he's going to break your head or he's going to die. Then you know that your man is the kind of man that like doing voodoo, but you enable him to continue to do voodoo, to continue to do rituals. You don't see anything wrong in that. At the end of the day, it's going to fall back on you, and you're going to be miserable, or you just die. Either kills you or makes you miserable. So what we're just saying tonight is just like, don't let us enable bad behavior. Don't let us enable bad behavior or bad attitude or bad character, because it's going to fall back on you and it's going to destroy you and your kids.
Yeah.
You understand? So
we want this video, if you want it to be interactive, if you want to call us in, you can just text us and let us know your view concerning this topic, because we are trying to talk about woman or man in a marriage. When you notice that your husband is doing something wrong and you know it is not the right thing, should you encourage your wife or husband still doing the same thing you know is wrong? And should you encourage such an act? Should you encourage it? In a marriage must be something that you must be able to tell yourself the truth. Not because you love that person and start condoling things that are not. Always tell your spouse when your spouse is doing the wrong thing. Tell your spouse, oh, you are doing this wrong thing. Don't let us do it this way. Try to correct your spouse. There's nothing bad in it. But for you now to back your husband or wife up when you know they are doing the wrong thing is a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's very bad. It is very bad. Don't condone any bad attitude. Don't cover anything that is not. Your marriage must be plain. You must let yourself understand what is. Tell your husband this is wrong. Tell your wife this is wrong. I believe in marriage we should not cover things that shouldn't be covered before it's too late. When you are not your marriage, you are going through something that is miserable. When you know that this thing, when people hear about it, it's not even good. When we say something is bad, it's bad. When we say it's bad, it's bad. So when you know that thing is bad, just find a way. Okay, this is what I want to tell you, my husband or my wife. This is not good. We cannot be doing this. Try to correct yourself in love. Try to make amendments.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. Don't hide anything, because let everything be open. Don't join hands to do something bad, especially when it comes to something fetish.
Yeah.
Because the end result is not going to be good. Look at the case of that woman. She lost her life on this issue. She died. She died. Just like that, leaving kids behind. Who's going to take care of those kids now? Very, very toxic marriage. Very, very toxic. No love. I don't know if it's about money. I just don't understand. But what we're just saying is, don't let us enable bad things. Don't endure. Don't enable bad character.
And don't endure. When you are in a marriage, when you notice, even from the beginning of the marriage, when you notice there's the attitude of your spouse, of your friends, or when you notice a bad attitude, try to find out very well before it gets deep. Don't just say, maybe we change or that. No. When your husband starts slapping you when you are still cutting, or you are still in friendship or relationship, slapping you or doing things that when you get married, that person cannot change, it is better to opt out of that marriage before it's too late. It is better, because some people when they're in the marriage and they notice their husband is doing something wrong and they're unable to correct their husband or wife, their spouse, and things are going bad, they will think, okay, let me just go out of this marriage, because I cannot. If they are trying to correct their spouse and their spouse are not changing, they may think, okay, let me just maybe separate from my husband or divorce my husband. Let's just separate. But they'll be thinking, if I do this now, people may say, because I'm a Christian or I'm a Muslim, because they know me, that I'm a good person outside, they may be criticizing me, they may be condemning me, and people are very quick to judge. People are very quick to judge. You don't listen to both sides. You have to listen to both sides. They will condemn that person to the extent that person will want to commit suicide. That is why some people, they try to endure. They don't want to speak out, because they know that whenever they speak out, it will spread and people will start looking at them as if they have committed a huge sin that can send them to hell.
Yeah.
People try to cover themselves. People try to, they don't want to say things out because of what people will say. They don't want people to be saying nothing things about them. So they will try to cover their shit inside. They don't want to expose themselves. That is why people don't talk. They don't speak out. They don't speak out because we people, we know how to condemn. We know how to condemn, and it shouldn't be. We should not be quick to judge.
Yeah.
We should not be quick to judge. We should not be quick to condemn. We should not condemn people. We should try to hear from both sides, and if there's any way you can help them by praying for them, you can pray for them. There's no sin in praying for them. There is no sin in that. There's no sin. There's no crime. It's not sin. It's not a crime for you to pray for them. Instead of you condemning them, instead of you judging them. That's why a lot of people die in silence. A lot of people, they die in silence. Please, let's take it as a habit, not to judge people, not to condemn them to death. When you know some people are going through things, you shouldn't come out from your mouth that you be spreading evil things around. Don't spread evil things around. Try to correct them in love and pray for them. Pray for them and say, okay, these people are going through this thing. Let me pray for them. Instead of you spreading things bad about them. That's why a lot of people, they don't want to see because they don't know who to trust. They don't know who to trust. Nobody is to be trusted. Nobody is to be trusted. Because when they tell one, before you know it, 100 will hear about it. And they will start looking at them as if, this person, hey, and I thought he was innocent. The innocent face. I don't know they are doing this. I don't know that. That person confided in you in order for you to advise him or her, or for you to pray for him or her, instead of you spreading things bad about her. So we, couples, we should be able to correct ourselves. Don't indulge in bad things. Try to listen to your spouse and take to correction.
Yeah. Some men or women, when either maybe the husband is trying to correct her, she'll say, no, you can't correct me. Don't tell me what to do. Or maybe the wife is trying to correct the husband. The husband will say, don't correct, you can't correct me. Don't tell me anything. Okay. Let's just try to correct each other. And we're not saying you should not support your husband or your wife, but don't enable something bad. Because at the end of the day, you will live to regret it. Because once you get married, you become one. So whatever you do or whatever she do is going to affect either you or her. So don't encourage something bad or negative from your spouse. It's going to affect you. That is what happened to the case of this IVD guy and his wife. They are both into this nonsense. And at the end of the day, one of them lost their life. This is the situation they are right now. And that is what we are talking about. One of you is going to lose his or her life if you enable something bad. Either doing drugs, doing 19, doing rituals. One of you is going to lose his or her life if you don't stop.
Okay.
There should be a time limit. There should be a time you have to stop doing all the nonsense. Okay? That's all I want to say. If you have anybody that want to call us, they can give us a call. They can call us on 770-369-4135.
Okay, we can listen to you. We can hear you, sir. Yeah. Hello, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay. The question is easier to say. It's easier to condemn your husband than to be sincere. Okay. The question remains that is it right for a woman or a man to defend their spouse, or to encourage their spouse, or to discourage their spouse when they are committing crime?
Yes.
The first thing is, if your husband works in one of the ministry and is bringing good cash into in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is going on well. If you really want to understand the family, you can't condemn him. You can't go to the police to report him. We don't have to deceive ourselves. The world we have presently, husband and wife has to cover up for his husband.
Okay.
We know what is happening all over the world. Look at those politicians. Their wives can't deny that they don't know what is going on. But supporting them, everybody will support their husband in such situation. But when it comes to some certain crime like ritual, all those things, it is obvious that women will not want to go into it. And when they are supporting their husband, they have their reason. It is very unfortunate that the way this life is right now is so painful. It's really, really very painful that no matter whatever you say, no matter whatever you do, women will still always support their husband in some crime. Men will still always support their wife in some crime. We have some men that knows even their husband. I mean, we have some men that knows their wife sleeps with men to get money. And they have no choice. They will support them. They will support them. Women knows, if we have to count women that will come out openly to condemn their husband in their atrocity, in this, we can't count 1,000 in this world.
Yeah.
Unless there is an issue going on in that home. If the home is perfect, the woman is enjoying the money, she will continue with it. She will continue with it.
That's true.
You understand? Because the next thing you will hear is that, am I the only one doing it? Am I the only one doing it? And the woman will know and say, okay, after all, we agreed on the death do us part. After all, I mean, you know, if women can be marrying Yahoo boys,
yeah,
and they have to support those guys in whatever they are doing. If women marry politicians who are stealing money and nothing happens, so what do you expect the ordinary young girl marrying a man who is just stealing stipend in the office do? So I mean, it's unfortunate that nobody will come out to condemn their husband until when they are about to die.
Yes, that's the fact.
You understand? So, like somebody said about the present issue of the lady you're talking about, a woman said she doesn't believe the woman already wanted to go. She's planning to wanted to die.
Yeah.
Which is the truth.
Yeah.
Because she cannot say she doesn't know what has been going on for a long time. The guy doesn't come one day. She says some people said she's been helping the husband to drop ritual, do ritual. You understand? And what are they doing it for? It's for money.
It's for money, yeah.
And the woman is enjoying the money when the whole thing was good.
Yes.
It is only when the problem comes and he says she has HIV. And because the husband has HIV, the wife has HIV. And now it's a problem.
It's a big problem.
Let me tell you the truth. It's not the HIV that is the problem.
It's not the HIV.
It's not
no.
the HIV that is the problem.
No.
There is something more than that. Women will enjoy that HIV if the money is flowing.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. They will say after all, after all, it's like they put us happy.
Exactly.
So you are not cheating, I'm not cheating. Let's stop it there. And blah 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 blah. As long as the money is going on. Yeah. But I can tell you there is something more than that people didn't talk about. So I mean, it is not good. We understand, but it can't stop. It cannot stop.
But what we're saying is, we want people to just, correct each other, before it gets to that level.
What if you correct a man that is doing richer and you are the next person?
That's what you see. Because if you don't stop it, it's either you'll be the next victim that he or she is going to use to do the ritual.
You cannot stop it, bro. If you see people, you see these ritual people, you've not met any of them. They are so dangerous to the extent that even if you go anywhere, you cannot talk to people like that. Anybody who's in ritual, you want to dare talk to them. They don't even care about the children you have for them as women.
They don't.
They don't care. So how do you want to shout? You want to go out and shout? You find out that even the DPO in the next police station, the area commander, is even involved in the same thing your husband is doing.
Yes, that's true.
The moment you get to the police station, that's where they will shut you up. And the end of it, they will kill the woman.
It's
There are
crazy.
conditions in which it's not just their will sometimes. It's not just their wish sometimes not to talk. But when you now look at the set of people involved in it, where do you want to run to? The next person you can run to is your mother. Your mother cannot do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to stop, you want to call the police. The area DPO, the area commander, is your husband's best friend.
That's true.
He commands the person anyhow.
Wow.
Understand? The next commissioner for police is his boy. So the best thing to do is start praying and concur.
Start praying.
So in that case, if that woman should say, "Oh, I'm leaving this marriage. Let me just..."
Yeah, she's going to die before she leaves the gate.
Because there will be a kind of covenant.
That does ritual is not ordinary human being.
Yeah, because once you've done it, you can't leave.
Even if a Yahoo boy is doing ritual, do you think he's an ordinary person? Any man doing ritual is more desperate than a rattlesnake.
Yeah, very desperate.
It's more wicked. So the woman will not pack clothes and say, "I'm running." Running to where?
Wow.
Running to where? They will kill her, they will put her in one soak away, and that's the end of it. Who's want to investigate? You will even be the person that will announce to the whole world that his wife is missing.
Yeah.
And he will say, anybody that can find her, I'll give the person 2 billion naira.
So in such a case that in this case now, when a woman knows that maybe before she got married to that man, she doesn't know that she's into anything, any ritual, something. But when she got married and she noticed that the man is fetish, what should that woman do in that case?
Number one, any man that spends money to a woman unreasonably, the woman should wash out. Understand? And if you go into a man's house and you find out that, okay, this is the situation, you are not going to pack your load that day and run out. You have to plan. He's not going to hold you. He's going to start looking at you for at least 1 year. But the moment he feels like he has gained your trust, that is when you just ask for one holiday. An holiday to America. You are not coming back. That's the end of it. And keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. If you think you can now just come out and condemn him for somebody who has been in ritual before he married you.
That's why thank you, sir, for your contribution. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. So that's why we have to be careful when we want to, especially the youth nowadays. Before you got married, you have to be very, very careful. You have to be prayerful. It's not about money. I keep saying it. Money is good. It's good to have money. Fine, it's good. Money is good, but you have to be careful because when you talk about marriage, it's something that the man will say, no, marriage is an institution that you can never end. You want to enjoy your marriage to the fullest. Marriage is good. Marriage is enjoyable. Marriage is so pleasant, but you don't want to start
be miserable in it.
You don't want to start and be miserable in it. You don't want to. Don't just look at the surface. Don't look at the outside. Don't look at the outside. The outside may look beautiful, but what is inside is like a gift that you want to open. You look at the outside, you say, the outside is so good. They wrap it very well. This wrapper is so beautiful. But what is inside of that gift? What is inside? You don't know what is inside. You just have to be careful. Be sensitive. Be prayerful. Yeah. Don't rush into any marriage. Don't let pressure push you into marriage.
Yeah.
Don't ever let anybody pressurize you. Don't let peer group influence you because your friends are getting married. No, it's my time. Anybody else? No.
See, yeah, you are saying the actual facts, but you see, girls and boys of nowadays, it's very difficult to advise them on marriage. Very, 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 very difficult. Because they will tell you, oh no, it's not going to work in this age that we are now. This is jet age. It's not going to work. You're old school, this and that. That's why I don't like talking to young girls or guys about marriage. No, because it's either they cuss you out or they just wave you away like, oh, it's not important. That's old school. But at the end of the day, they come crying and be saying, oh, I should have known. I shouldn't have gone into that marriage. This and that. You know, it's very complicated. Very complicated. But you know, before you go into any marriage, know the kind of person you're going to be with.
Yes.
Is that person into rituals? Does he believe in all this traditional stuff too much? You know, does he go to church? Is he a believer? Is he a good Muslim? Is he?
And it's not just going. Some people pretend they go to church.
It's not about that.
They go to church, but they are two-sided.
Yeah, some people are two-sided. They go to church and at the same time they still calling Afa, calling Woli all over the place.
So you have to be careful. You have to be
prayerful. Some people can't pray for themselves.
Yes.
They have to call somebody to pray for them.
Involve your parents to pray for you.
You know? So it's very complicated. Know the kind of person you are going into relationship with. You yourself, I'm talking to the women now. Please don't be too toxic. Don't say when your husband is talking, you too, you want to talk. Keep quiet. Don't be toxic. Don't be troublesome. Men don't like that. In the case of this man and this woman, they were both toxic. That's a terrible relationship. You don't want to be in that kind of relationship. When you are talking, your husband is saying his own, you two, you are saying your own at the same time, cussing each other out. Then when nighttime comes, or maybe nighttime comes, you guys will still sleep together. In the morning, maybe after 2 or 3 days, you start cussing each other again. Then you settle again. 2-3 days later, you start cussing, fighting. Then you settle again. You'll be saying, because I've been with him or her for a long time, I can't leave him. No, it's wrong. You're going to die. You will die in that relationship if you are not careful. You will die. That is toxic.
But in a relationship, normally there will be like arguments.
Yeah, there will be argument, but not to the extent of you fighting. Then after fighting, you say you settle it, then you go back into the relationship. Then again, you fight again after a month. Then people will be calling, settling for you. Then at the end of the day, you go back again. Then another 2 months, you fight again, beating each other, breaking stuff, breaking TV, breaking plates, all those stuff. And you are still in that marriage. That is toxic. Somebody is going to use a weapon on either one. You understand? So please, if your relationship is toxic from dating or from courtship, you will know. You have to stop it. You have to end it. And if it is your marriage that is in that situation right now, pray to God, or you just walk out. Don't die there. Don't die in that toxic marriage or relationship. You know, it's from what we've heard and what we've seen. Social media is a crazy world. Social media has brought the world together into one. You hear so many news that you'll be like, is this even possible? But it's true. Men are just crazy. Men are crazy and terrible. Some men don't care about their woman. Likewise, the woman will be pretending that they love the husband, but they are doing something evil behind him. So we just want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
You know, for hearing us out for this moment. If you like this video, you can help us share and subscribe. We are not pointing the accusing finger to anybody. We are just observing. We are just trying to learn from this situation that happened. All of us can learn from it. You know, we are not trying to be a judge or to blog about it. We are just trying to learn. We gain from people's experience. We gain from what we see. You understand? So let us learn. Learn from their own mistakes so that you won't be in that situation. Please. That's the reason for this video.
And we should not please try always condemn people. Don't judge people.
Don't let us judge.
Don't
quick.
let us put people into pressure, unnecessary pressure. Don't let us be pointing an accusing finger. Just looking at people and saying, that person, I don't believe he can come out of that marriage like that. No, you don't know what happened in between them. You don't know what is going on in that marriage. Don't judge people so that people will not be depressed. So a lot of people are going through depression in their marriages. A lot, because they don't know who to confide in.
A lot of people just they just hold the title to are married. But they are not enjoying it. They are in a miserable situation. So, we just want to thank you once again. Thank you. The Lord will help us all. And we shall all enjoy our marriage. And if you are dating, you are still in courtship, the Lord will help you to choose the right person. Thank you very much. And if there's any marriage going through any trials and challenge, we pray that the Lord will intervene in Jesus' name. Amen. And at the same time, I want you to subscribe, share this video, tell them to subscribe so that will encourage us to do more videos, and the Lord will give us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Thank you so much. To do more videos. Thank you very much, and God bless. Good night. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.